Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with Michelle and then with Zaina.
Hi.
Today we're doing Am I the Asshole Relationship Edition. The first one is, am I the asshole for planning a girls trip on my wedding anniversary date? Me and my husband, who's 42, I'm 37, this is our 10-year wedding anniversary coming up. It has been a long year for the both of us. I was diagnosed with cancer and I've been dealing with treatments for the past year and have finally been declared cancer free. During the treatment, my husband has been amazing, has used almost all of his vacation time to make sure I was being taken care of. Of course, this meant that he doesn't have any time to take a week off on our upcoming 10-year wedding anniversary to do something fun. Of course, I want to celebrate being cancer free, so I booked a tropical trip getaway with one of my best friends so I could get away and celebrate. Due to the scheduling of my friend, only time that worked best for her was during the same time my wedding anniversary falls on. I figured that this would be fine with my husband since I couldn't take any time to go anywhere. I told my husband that I was taking the trip and everything has been booked, and he ended up getting very upset and taking the trip on our wedding anniversary and not discussing any of the plans with him prior. Everything made him feel like it didn't matter. Of course, this is not true. I still love him. I really want to get away and have some fun again. I told him once he has some vacation time saved again, we can book a trip and we could enjoy some tropical time together then. I didn't really want to feel like he wasn't allowed to do anything fun. So am I the asshole for planning a trip with my friend on my wedding anniversary day and not inform my husband until everything was booked?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can't lie, like, just ask before you
Yeah, why didn't you just say it?
Like, I get the
before you booked
scheduling issue, but like,
yeah.
you could have literally just asked him.
Literally.
And it would have avoided
This
Yeah.
whole drama. I feel bad for him.
I feel bad for him. If I
Yeah.
was him, I'd book a trip by myself.
Yeah,
I feel bad. But I feel like maybe she just got a bit too excited. Too excited because being cancer free, then she's like, let me just book the trip. But
yeah, definitely should have told him.
and it's your 10-year anniversary.
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. It's not even
Not
like
6 or 7.
yeah. So kind of bad that asshole.
Sorry, babe.
Can't lie.
Girl.
Oh, verdict. She's
Asshole.
She said that she understands the comments and I was being insensitive to timing. She wanted to get away from the cold weather, do something warm. Her job picks back up in summer. I understand that my husband is upset and I will talk to him later and let him choose anything he wants to do together after I get back, just to let him know that he's still in. Whoa!
After I get back.
It's crazy.
Lol.
Oh, edit. I had some time to reflect, and from the messages I got, some of them were really hurtful, which is fair. Oh, whatever.
Okay,
Oh, that's too
so
long, isn't it?
in conclusion, don't do that.
Someone just said, why not cancel the trip altogether?
Ooh.
Cancelling the trip at this point would be a huge blow to my friend, but it's not a huge blow to your husband.
Isn't it?
What?
Like,
Whatever.
Yeah, you definitely should have asked. Plus, you could have done.
because
something.
the thing is, if it was the other way round,
She would be
Yeah, you'd be vexed.
you'd be vexed.
Mhm.
And like, you could have just split it. Like, go on the trip for like 5 days,
Yeah.
do a little weekend thing with your man, and then it would have been
Literally.
fine. Yeah, she got too excited.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Am I the asshole for bringing my fiancé to Christmas despite my cousin's family wishes?
My cousin is very famous.
Oh.
Yes, you have heard of him. And no, I won't tell you who he is. We'll call him
Okay.
Terry. What the hell?
Okay.
When we have family functions, mainly for holidays, Terry likes for them to be the only family, to be only family so he can be himself and get drunk and pass out on the couch
Okay.
and share Hollywood gossip with us.
Mm.
Otherwise, he feels like he's being interviewed and having everyone talk to him or want a picture, and he has to be in promo mode.
Oh.
He said it's because he was tired of having to meet strangers and not be able to let loose, and there were some issues of these partners taking pics of him or spreading gossip. I hated that at first because I would be dating some chick and she would want to get to meet him, and it's awkward to tell them that they can't come to family events, and they get mad that they never get to meet him. My Tinder has a pic of me with Terry.
Oh.
What would you do?
But
that?
that's like you.
But I
He's
get
basically
it.
asking for it.
Yeah.
But I get it, so I was fine with it. Until this year, I began dating this chick in August. I couldn't bring her to Thanksgiving, fine. But when I walk in, I see another cousin, Danielle, has brought her boyfriend Steve.
Oh.
Even though they've been together for less than a year. They got together on New Year's and got engaged on Halloween. Ooh, okay. Terry was fine with this because he's met Steve before, old family friend. Even though I've been told that no exceptions are allowed to this rule. Thanksgiving sucked because the whole time I was mad that I once again wasn't allowed to bring my girlfriend. My girlfriend consoled me after, and I realised that she's my soulmate. 2 weeks ago, I proposed and we got engaged. Christmas was at my aunt's. I'm a believer in ask for forgiveness, not permission. So I brought my fiancée because she had nowhere else to go, and I wanted her to meet my family. We walk into the house, and all hell breaks loose. Everyone was asking who she was and scolding me about the rules. And Terry flipped out. He was already buzzed and looked. Ooh, this is a bit rude. And looked 20 pounds heavier than he usually puts himself. And started yelling at me for doing this to him. He didn't seem excited at all about my engagement or willing to introduce himself to her. Our grandma was telling Terry to get over it and asking to see the ring and saying she wishes she had gotten my fiancé a gift, so grandma was on my side. But Terry was still arguing with me and said I shouldn't be allowed at any more events.
What?
And he ended up calling an Uber back and leaving
God.
before we even ate.
What the
To
hell?
top it all off, my uncle, who has never even liked Terry, got upset because Terry apparently was his secret Santa, so he didn't get a gift. So my uncle started blaming me for ruining Christmas.
Okay.
I get they are mad, but it was clear that there was an exception for fiancés, and I'm embarrassed that my family was so rude to her when I just didn't want her to be alone at Christmas. I am the arsehole.
No,
Am
you're
I the
not.
arsehole?
No.
Sorry.
Fuck the family. Who makes up that
Yeah, that's a
stupid ass
stupid
rule?
And I'm not being funny, like, if you're engaged, you're going to meet her at the wedding anyway.
Exactly.
So,
Literally.
And that's just rude to not
I can't
include
lie,
her.
if Terry's got this big issue, let him celebrate Christmas by himself.
Yeah, just
Because...
be with your close
Literally, be with your
family and then call it a day.
And also, that's what comes with social media, like, you should
It's
just
not that deep. Can't lie.
prepare.
No, I get what you mean because he's annoyed by people asking him for pictures, but also like,
Yeah, right, get it
why
back.
are you guys bringing people to family dinners who want to just take pictures with this
Yeah,
famous
true.
The
guy?
thing is, it's very different bringing, like, a 1 week talking stage
Yeah.
compared
Literally.
to someone that you're engaged to, like...
Plus, it happened before with he said
Yeah.
someone else brought whoever, and it was chill. So why
Yeah,
are you
exactly.
flipping it when he wants to do it?
Terry's defo got a vendetta against him or something.
Yeah, he just doesn't like you. Sorry.
He's not the asshole, Terry's the asshole.
Yeah.
I'm the family. The grandma
Grandma eats what
Grandma
everyone else
does, yeah.
can fuck off.
because like he literally got engaged. Oh, I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, he's literally engaged. It's not like this is some girl from the street.
Literally.
Come on now.
Verdict: everyone sucks. Oh. Okay.
What the comments saying? You could have asked. But also, true. Yeah, you shouldn't have done the pick on.
Exactly.
Tinder.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I'm about
crazy.
to- yeah.
I think that's why he's low-key still mad at you.
Yeah.
He's not over that. I think. Because why would you do that? That's just
Exactly.
You're just trying to.
Am I the asshole for Am I the asshole for expecting to occasionally drive a car I helped pay for, but my girlfriend says it's hers now? Okay. My girlfriend, 34 female, I 36 male, have been together for 5 years. When she moved to the city 2 years ago, she needed a car. At the time, she was financially stable, making 1,100. What's this number?
What?
1,500.
100k a year, renting out. Oh, that's
That's nice.
renting out a home. She earns for extra income, but she asked for my help for affording a car.
Wait, you on 100k? Yeah, you can't.
Innit?
Okay.
Oh,
She
no.
want a fucking Lamborghini.
Literally.
What the
I
hell?
wanted to support her. I put down 1,500 down for the payment and paid 400 a month towards a 525 car payment for 2 years, totaling over.
Sorry, how have we reached 10k? I'm so confused. Totaling over 10k.
While she used the car full time, I had my older car and didn't drive hers regularly. This year, she has fully taken over the payments, and now since she's the only one paying for it, she decided that I can't drive it anymore. Not even when she's away for 1 to 2 weeks at a time for work. Her reasoning is, I'm paying for it now, so it's mine. I brought it up. But if the roles were reversed, I would still acknowledge her past contributions, allowing her to use it occasionally. But she dismissed that and says that she's just setting financial boundaries. For context, we also bought a house together last year, but it's in her name. Ooh. Even though we split the mortgage 50-50, when we brought it, she told me this is my moment. Which rubbed me the wrong way because I was equally contributing to the payments. This isn't just about the car. It feels like a bigger issue of financial fairness and control. She was fine accepting financial help when she needed it, but now that she's secure, she's acting like my contributions never happened. Am I the asshole for thinking I should have some access to the car that I helped pay for, or is she being selfish by rewriting history and making financial decisions that only benefit her?
Lord, she's definitely
She's that soul.
Yeah, but he's so stupid for letting their name be. The
Yeah,
house.
why would you let the name be in her house only? And you pay 50-50,
Yeah.
you're crazy for that.
I can't lie, I think you need to end the relationship.
Yeah, it sounds extreme,
Yeah,
but I
but
can't let
he
you
spent
do.
so much money though. asshole.
Yeah, but that's on you. Why would you do that?
That's stupid.
And it's like you can leave that mortgage thing because your name's not even in it. So
Yeah,
you
true.
just did.
Oh, yeah, true.
Are you?
Yeah,
you
true.
just
To be
did
fair,
it.
yeah, you can.
I beg you.
But the car.
Also, come on, it's just a car. Relax. Just let him drive it. He's literally your boyfriend.
Literally, yeah, she's the asshole for that.
Even if he didn't pay zero. Even
But
if
what's
he paid
her
nothing,
reasoning for it? Like,
come on, like.
it could be that he's like a reckless driver, that he's a drunk
Maybe
driver.
I can hear that,
But
I don't think it's
if there's not that, then I don't see why.
But yeah, I think he's that. I think she's the asshole.
Yeah. I don't like saying girls are assholes.
I know.
Yeah. Am I the asshole? We should just let her read it.
Am I the asshole for not reminding my fiance that stoves are hot? Last night, my fiance, 31 years old, and me, 30, were winding down our days, getting ready to make dinner. Together in the kitchen, I popped the chicken in the oven. Also, in the oven was our cast iron pan. We go back to our respective video games, and then when the chicken was getting closer to finish, I go out to the kitchen to start the veggies. I take the now 400-degree cast iron out of the oven, turn on the stove, and plop some butter in there while I turn my back and start cutting veg. My fiance comes out asking what it is that he needs to do. I say I just need these veggies cut, which I was actively doing, and he goes to give the cast iron pan a shake to move the butter around. Yeah, the 400-degree iron handle, he grabbed it. It was less than a second, no lasting damage, but definitely burned his fingers, 1st degree. Now the question becomes, was I the asshole for not adequately warning him about the hot cast iron? More importantly, I am refusing more than 50% blame for the incident. To me, the cast iron handles will regularly get hot when using it on the stove top, but obviously this was way hotter than usual hot, so I can't say that I would grab it with reckless abandon like my lovely fiance did. He claims I should take at least majority blame, 51% minimum, but he thinks more like 60 to 40. Additionally, my back was turned. I didn't see him reach for the pan, or I would have warned him. We went back and forth on the percent blame for a long while last night, and we can't decide. Obviously, Reddit is the best place to go solve relationship disputes, so am I the asshole?
Nah,
I don't think no.
He's a grown
man.
Literally.
Come
Like-
on, of course it's gonna be hot.
And also, like, if she's not seen it, you're not his mum.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, it's sad he's burnt himself, but
It was just his finger, and it wasn't for that long.
Oh,
That-
yeah.
he's not a 4-year-old little kid. And you're like, be careful.
Literally.
Also,
Absolutely not.
also
Sorry.
the percent thing is very childish.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
the why do you
Like,
even
can
need
we
to do
grow
the
up?
blame thing?
Yeah. So
It was his own fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
just leave it at that.
if you just common sense, or is it hot? Like,
Mhm.
why? I
Or
don't
just
know.
touch it a little, and then you'll know if it's hot or not. You need to grab something. like,
Literally. What the hell?
He's stupid.
yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, love.
Am I the asshole for trashing the gift my girlfriend got me?
Oh Lord.
Yes.
Throw it. So me, 28 male, my girlfriend 30, have been together for 8 years. Aww. We've been living together for 4 years. My girlfriend has always been the artsy type and always has a personal project going on, but she has the tendency to get lost in her own world. I celebrated my birthday last weekend, and she ended up getting me a pencil lengthener. I don't use pencils or the lengthener in question. It doesn't even fit your typical number 2. It was purely coloured pencils, and also I don't colour. When she asked me if I liked it, I just quietly walked outside. I just quietly walked outside the house and tossed it in the trash.
Oh.
Nah, sorry.
The
No.
trash is crazy.
She was understandably upset and called me an asshole for claiming that I could have at least tried it. Here's the thing. She's been doing things like this ever since we started living together. She's been gifting me things that she ultimately ends up using them.
I see where
For
this
example,
is going.
last year she got me a packet of Sailor Moon stickers. I don't watch Sailor Moon, and she ended up using them all. Also,
I would do that.
she also gifted me a jewelry box one time. I don't wear jewelry, so guess who's been using it all this time? First world problems at its finest. So it's been a few days, and she's still upset and has even got both our parents to berate me for trashing the gift. She even admitted she knew I would hate it and was planning on using it after I calmed down in a few days. And the details she didn't share with a detail that she did share with others, but I'm getting called the name. Am I the asshole?
To me, it just sounds like a smart girl trying to save money.
Stop it.
Sorry. I would do that.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh,
But
Yeah,
if
I'm
we're being realistic, that is not fair.
yeah, because come on, she's getting you gifts that aren't really gifts. She's just using it for herself.
Literally, and she got the parents involved as well to berate him. Okay,
Both set of parents.
I don't think he should have thrown it in the bin.
Yeah.
She should have just told her, I don't like it, and give it back. Like,
Yeah, just
oh,
give
you
it to
must
her.
not
Just be
steal
like,
it.
you use it.
But come on, year after year, she keeps on
Every
getting
single gift.
Yeah, but
This is for herself.
as he told her that she's...
True.
You need to actually bring it up, and then
Yeah.
if she still does it, then...
Then she gotta go, I can't lie.
No, she's a financial queen.
Edit. Nearly every comment says we need to talk about this. The thing is, we have talked about this more than once.
Oh.
She admitted she does this
Oh.
thing because she wants something, but decides to gift it to me to say I tried. I asked if I gave her a wish list, would it help her? And she said that she would never look at it. And
Oh, that's bad.
well, she didn't.
Ooh.
And when, oh, sorry guys. And well, she didn't when I made one. I sent one over to her. She, on the other hand, does have a wish list, which I go get her the stuff, and some of that stuff is actually expensive.
Oh, she doesn't even rate
okay.
you. Now I feel bad.
Well, she did
Yeah,
that.
she don't like you.
Sorry.
That's a bit sad.
Sorry, bro,
Yeah.
but she is that asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my coworker that she's falling for a romance scam? Now she's upset.
Oh, this should be
my
good.
God, this is gonna be long. So me and my friend Nancy and I worked together for 3-4 years at the hair salon. Nancy is early 30s, kind of an airhead, gullible, but is kind and a nice person. She's currently in a relationship with this guy for 6 months, lives in New York. They talk on the phone. They've never been out. Oh no, he's been out here a couple of times to visit. We've never met him, but we've heard a lot about her relationship. She texted me at 6 a.m. to borrow 10k because her boyfriend's mum had family emergency and they need the money. She said that he's working on offshore oil rig in Dubai for 2 months and couldn't transfer the money until he's back to the States.
But he can text you to say that he needs money. This is a scam.
This is a scam. Never give a man money.
Literally, what am I hearing? Oh,
She does not have the money, so she asked me if I could ask my relatives for the 10k for her.
No.
I told her that this sounds like a big romance scam. That if he's asking for that big amount of money, like in early relationship, it's a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
She should reconsider it. I told her that since I don't her boyfriend well, and if he goes to either me or her will be on the hook for 10k. Now she won't answer my calls or texts. She took a personal day from work today. Am I that social?
Well, she definitely send that money.
No, but that's just sad. Like, why put yourself in that situation?
Yeah.
Like, but if he actually really likes it, like, he wouldn't want to.
Exactly.
He wouldn't
things.
exactly. He would never ask you.
He would
He'd
never.
go everywhere else.
Like, okay, fair enough if he knew she had it, and like, but you know she's not got it. She's gonna put herself in a situation that she probably can't get out of. No man's gonna do that to you. Like, no, absolutely not. She's too naive.
And also, he has friends as well. Like my guy, he has one of his friends.
Yeah.
No, literally.
Or
Like,
his own family.
Yeah.
Like other
the
relatives,
other family
yeah.
members. Like, why is your girlfriend the first person you're turning to for like a family emergency? And then 10k. What kind of family emergency? is 10K?
Exactly.
Feels
Unless
1k.
somebody died. And
But
you
also,
paid for the
like,
funeral,
they've only been together for 6 months. Like,
and you haven't seen him that much.
literally, like,
I'm
if
not
you're a
buying
married
it.
couple,
Oh my god, there's so many.
fair enough, but
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
Sorry. He's trying to steal from me.
Literally.
but it's also not the friend.
Oh
or
yeah, the
whoever's
friend.
first.
I feel bad.
It's not
Oh,
them
yeah,
that
you're
have
not.
to put themselves through financial burden for someone who they don't even know.
Yeah,
Literally.
you've never even met this person.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not even for her. It's for like
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
no.
yeah, it's very fair.
No.
It was an update. Yes, she is very naive and gullible. She believes she can talk to ghosts and spirits. That's enough of karma. I was like, oh, okay.
Right, that's a bit far.
2, she didn't bring her boyfriend around when he was in town a couple of times, just a bunch of excuses. 3, I told her sister about it and got an earful about how I shouldn't judge a person in need like that, so I gave up. Oh, okay. I sent her articles about sweetheart and pig butchering scams. Still no reply. I know she read it. 5, she's not the type that's loaded. She lives with her parents in the basement, lives paycheck to paycheck and hope she realizes this is a scam before she's in debt. This will be an expensive lesson. Okay, update. She's texted me asking for money under the girls of her sister needing it, and I was like flat out no. I felt bad, and I told the other co-workers and my boss about it, and so they can say no to her, and maybe she'll understand from a group perspective that we're trying to protect her.
I understand that though.
Another update. What me and the Redditor suspected was true. She was in a romance scam.
Knew it.
She never met her boyfriend in person. They only talk online. She said that she was lonely and afraid of being alone. She said her boyfriend stopped contacting her after she couldn't get the money. Thank God.
Yeah.
Started asking for simple questions like no internet on the rig, satellite phones. I was like, whatever that was. After that, she realized that he was scamming her. She started telling me about how she has been sending him small amounts of money, like
How is 500 small?
50 to 500 at the past 6 months to help him out with a small emergency. When he ghosted her after realizing she couldn't help him with the 10k, that's when she realized she's been romance scammed. I'm glad she saw all of it.
But you know what? As bad as it is, she's probably learned and she'll never do it again.
Exactly.
I don't know, but
I hope
Well,
so.
I hope she won't do it again.
If she does it again.
But you see, he was testing you with those little 50s and things.
Yeah.
That's why he asked for 10k. He was like,
Yeah.
oh, no, she'll definitely give it.
Definitely. I had to ask off for telling my male situationship I want a relationship or I can't be his friend. Oh, okay.
Maybe you're in a situation.
Depends how long it's been. Why are you in a situation at age?
At 33.
33. No, you're not the asshole, he's the asshole.
Can you imagine? God.
His name's called Kay. Kay and I have been seeing each other on and off for a year. Oh my God. We regularly hang out and often we sleep with each other. Over time, I fell in love with him and he became my best friend. We almost dated twice, and then he decided due to his depression, I was too good for him, even though he was also in love with me. I stayed by his side through this depression. It took a toll on my mental health. Oh girl, that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
He soon decided that he couldn't see me as a future partner and repeatedly told me that it wasn't going to happen.
You should have did it from there.
We were sleeping together anyways, despite the fact that he knows I'm in love with him. One day I had it and I told him that if he kept complaining about his depression and doing nothing about it, I said that all he did was lay on the couch and mope because he wanted pity. He wasn't seeing a therapist or seeking help. That's why I fell out of love with him. I realized quickly that I was lying to myself by saying I was no longer in love with him. So I wrote him a letter of all the reasons why I fell in love with him.
No.
That I knew that
You are an asshole for that, sorry.
Please tell me you didn't send it.
I knew that man was still in there. He was just in hibernation. He started doing all the things I wrote about him. He took me to the fair, got me a stuffed animal, took me out on a surprise arcade outing. We made a movie list to watch. We kissed goodbye, and it started seeming like we were going to maybe become a couple. Oh shit. Yesterday I asked him if we were going to a party and if he could not kiss any other girls. He responded saying I couldn't ask him to do that.
Huh?
Sleeping together, I could. So basically we sleeping together, so I could.
Yeah.
It turned into an argument where he cancelled our plans for Friday, and as I told him I couldn't just be his friend and that I wanted a relationship or I'd have to walk away. He said I was giving him an ultimatum.
Good.
And I was
good.
I was being an asshole. He told me where he stood before, and I asked him why did he do all the things. I said I fell in love with him with that. I'm sorry. He said he asked him why did he do all the things. I said I fell in love with. If that was the case, he said I couldn't call him about it today and we could talk about it, but he didn't answer. I might also telling him I had to walk away. No, but you're stupid as well.
Yeah, you're just dumb as
he told you so many times he didn't want to be with you, you still stayed.
I feel like he just wants a friends with benefits or something.
Clearly.
Like, he does not want to be loyal, so you either stay if you're okay with friends with benefits, but clearly you're not because you're in love with him. You should have gone.
Been
the
gone.
first time. Back when he said
No, even
there.
the fact that it's a talking stage at the age of 30.
There's
There's no
fucking
point.
around.
Like,
for a while.
Daddy, there's gonna be a man that's so much better than him.
Definitely used his depression as like an excuse.
Yeah.
Was he even depressed?
No,
Sorry,
like,
I
come
don't
on.
think he was.
And the fact that she said that he would be on the sofa all day and mope around.
That's
the fact that you were
disgusting.
sat there watching that.
Yeah, and you were cool with that. That's who you were fucking.
Like, if he's not trying to help himself, I'm sorry, but you want a partner who's gonna add to your life as well.
Literally.
You
He's
can't
literally-
fix it. I'm sorry, you can't
Yeah.
fix it.
No. You're not an asshole, but you're stupid.
You're not an asshole, but you're dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
Edit. I did tell him I wouldn't leave his life like everyone else did.
Oh, why would you say that?
But he's now putting the people who walked away at his lowest before those who were always there for him. I told him I always loved him and I was madly in love with him, so that wasn't fair to me. He insisted on call today that what? He insisted on call today and and then he didn't answer when I tried.
He insisted that she should call him and then he didn't answer. He's literally like, is it breadcrumbing? Like, I think so. Whoa.
Get him gone.
I had nothing ER for passing out due to the stress.
You're lying.
My friends told him, no call, no show, no nothing. Alcohol and the boys took priority over me, laying unconscious for several minutes. Yes.
No, why are you telling him that?
Why are you even telling? No, you know what? I take it back. You are the asshole.
No, this is what he wants. He wants you to care that much.
Yeah.
Imagine. No, I'm sorry. You can't be sending that message. That's bad for the brand.
Very bad.
Oh,
Brand is over.
girl, you need a.
Someone said, yes, you are the asshole for not walking away.
Literally.
Oh my
No.
God.
It's a humiliation.
What do you mean you're letting a man send you to the ER because of stress? That's a sign in itself that you should.
Exactly.
And even when your friends told him, he didn't pull up. He didn't call
No,
you.
but why are the friends even messaging him that?
True.
True.
If
No,
you-
but no, I bet she told them to.
Yeah, if not, I don't care.
And if you told me to, I'm
Hey,
gonna listen.
I'll tell you, yeah,
You're the
I
one
said
that's
it.
in the
and I'm
hospital
not-
bed. What can you do?
No,
Nothing.
because that's actually embarrassing. No.
So embarrassing.
No.
Ew.
No.
That was rather cute.
That was bad.
That's bad.
Last one. I like the asshole for ending my relationship of 8 years. How long is it?
Oh, fuck me.
Hey.
Let me read it.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi everyone, this is in the process of happening in the last few days, and the things that are happening are making me question if I made the right choice to end my 8-year relationship. Bro, that's so much bullshit. Me and my boyfriend, both 23, met each other. Wait, what?
23.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So the mean time since we were 15.
Oh yeah, I met each other when we were 16. Yeah. I helped him through his first relationship breakup at 16. Okay. Shortly after, maybe about 3 months later, we started dating. To set the scene, he was a rebellious kid who hated school, didn't care about grades, sold vapes on the side, etc. I am a rule follower, got straight A's. This is just like a book. Like, got straight A's and never touched drugs or alcohol underage. But because we went to different schools, those differences didn't get in the way much, and we got along really well. However, he didn't get along with my parents. I come from an Italian Christian family whose parents are very big on respect, tradition, and communication.
Wait, his family?
Her family.
Oh, her family.
They want whoever I date to become a part of the family. But to do so, they want to be shown the old-fashioned respect. Shake my dad's hand, hold a conversation, respect their house rules. From the beginning, my boyfriend struggled with all of those. He couldn't talk to my parents. He couldn't introduce himself to my parents without them talking first, and he couldn't understand why they had house rules and why at 16 I had to follow those house rules.
Well,
No boys in the bedroom, no laying on couches together, no sleepovers.
couch is a bit same, but yeah, okay.
This became a huge problem for us. Over the next 8 years, I would become a middleman in my relationship. My parents would come to me and explain that they were sad, that they didn't even know who he was, and was worried that I would disconnect from my family in the future, but I promised to try and work at the relationship. Then my boyfriend would come to me and say he just didn't feel like he belonged to my family, but promised to try, and then every time there was no progress or effort. This caused a large rift between my parents and me. We were fighting a lot, mostly me and my mum. I always thought they had no reason to not like him, but as years passed, I saw exactly what they had been saying. After years of dating, he would walk in the house and never say a word to my mum.
Oh,
That's crazy.
absolutely not.
At dinner, he wouldn't say anything to my dad, which is so odd in my opinion, because they like all the same things. It created this tense, hostile environment. It also caused continuous conversations with him about this, and every time there was a promise to try harder and a lack of result. Now, the last 4 years I've been in college. He has been in the trades, and I sacrificed so many opportunities in college for him. I didn't go to parties or meet a lot of people because of him, girl. He was uncomfortable with a lot of things due to past trauma in his last relationship at 15.
Innit?
What kind of trauma? Oh, please. While I understand that I didn't have to concede my life in his trauma, I did it anyways because I cared for him and didn't want to see him upset. But we had continuous fights the first year of college due to situations that came about. Example, my roommates inviting boys over. As college went on, the fights diminished because I did everything in my power to avoid them. I regret this so much because I truly think that's why I walked out with only a few friends. When I graduated a year ago, I got a full-time job and was working towards the dream we always talked about, moving in together. In the middle of summer, I had something that I can only describe as a that's so Raven moment. Suddenly, everything in my life felt so real. I wasn't a college student anymore, I was an adult, and every decision was important. I was 22 and only a few years away from a potential engagement. Now, speaking of engagement, I have made many remarks to him that I can never accept an engagement without him stopping with the vape. It had been 9 years of that, and I had medical issues before. And I have medical issues where I can't be around that stuff. And never mind the health effects on him that I also mentioned. Having a better relationship with my family, talk to them, go on vacations together. I also thought about when we have kids, what would that look like, etc. Well, in August, the conversation came up and it got heated. I gave an ultimatum that if he could not at least make progress towards a relationship with my parents, then we would break up. Up until this point, there had been no progress in the relationship over 7 years. I told him I was not going to make this progress happen for him, and it was his job to fix it all. Previously, I was the one scheduling time with my parents and forcing the relationship. Also, at this time, I questioned if we should even be together, saying that everything feels too broken to be fixed. But he reassured me that it could be fixed. Note to add, there is so much more that has happened, so many details over the 8 years, so I don't think I just gave up. I waited and waited after that ultimatum and he never tried. Never came to my house, never saw my parents.
Oh!
It is now May and the only interaction he had with my parents was once in November. And you may be asking yourself why he has so much time. My parents are selling their house and moving 3 hours north. In fact, what spurred this breakup conversation is the fact that they just sold their house. If he can't have a relationship or even progress when he lived 10 minutes away, there is no way in my eyes that it will work when they're 3 hours away. On Tuesday, I told him all of this, and it's unfair to me to change him or him to change me. I told him that I need my partner to have a relationship with my family and friends. I mentioned the ultimatum and how it's been almost a year and not a single bit of progress has been made. And he mentioned that he actually never intended.
What?
He actually never intended to make progress because it's just not something he can do. So why did he waste that?
Oh, that's so jarring.
He keeps saying he can't do it, and I never understood this because I have a great relationship with his parents who are toxic and manipulative. That's crazy. He said he doesn't understand why I can't just live with the fact that he can't do it and stay with him anyways.
And raise children.
Yeah, could you imagine? I should be putting him first.
Oh.
Yeah. I told him we seem to be fundamentally different in what we value and that this is a non-negotiable for me. Now I very much paraphrased the 4-hour conversation, but he's 4 hour. But he's making me feel really guilty for ending things, and I'm not even sure if he thinks things are over because he's still texting me saying he loves me. He's a great guy, blocking. He's a great guy in so many ways, but in others he's just breaking me. Truly, this perpetual problem has been deeply hurting over the years, and I just can't continue. So am I the arsehole for ending my relationship?
No, 8 years of
I'm
that
not gonna lie, like he can't really say he loves her if he can't. There's
You
sacrifices that you have to make in
Exactly.
a relationship, and he clearly knows that being close with her family
It's
is important to her. So if you really love someone and you want to raise, like, why is she gonna want to raise children with someone who then doesn't get along with their grandparents?
Exactly.
Like,
That's literally her parents. Like,
Yeah,
Like, that's just awkward. They're just
and no effort.
Yeah,
no effort
they invited
made.
you to dinner and you're not gonna chat to any of them.
That's
That's
so
crazy.
weird.
No.
Couldn't even put down that fucking vape.
Isn't it? Ew. There's an edit. It says, I literally don't have any close friends, both in friendship and location, so I don't really have anyone to talk about this with, so I just need some opinions.
You know what else is telling? When someone is in a relationship and they start to lose like all their friends, that's how you know like that's not for you. That relationship is not for you. It's not healthy. Like you should not be losing friends along the way because of the relationship that you're in. You should be able to have both. Same with the relationship with her parents. She should be able to have both.
Literally.
No, he's
Also, I'm sorry, that trauma from his
He's
relationship at 15, he's chatting so much shit.
He
You don't
is.
get trauma from
Literally.
you're 15.
He's literally the asshole.
Yeah.
He's the asshole.
I'm glad you broke up with him.
Yeah, but 8 years.
Please, I hope she stands
Wow.
on business.
Me
Please.
too.
Yeah, don't go back. You gotta block him, bro.
Yeah, literally booking.
Oof.
What was the conclusion? What does it say?
People are saying he's the
Someone put the trauma.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like, come on.
Literally. Oh.
Someone put the 8-year-old.
Yeah. He had to go.
Yeah.
He
Get
had
him
to go.
gone.
Yeah. That was the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye.
Bye.